Mary Collins writes, I am in need of a reading because my life seems like I will never have any money. And I am lying in bed crying because I'm starving. I don't know what this one's about, so what we'll do is we'll get some cards here and we'll give them a shuffle, and we ask for the truth on behalf of Mary Collins. We'll just give them a quick working. I ask for the truth on behalf of Mary Collins concerning financial issues and issues of poverty, and what is this about? I ask in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we just cut the deck for you there, Mary, and move things to the side here. What I'll do is I'll deal out 3 cards, and then we'll see what's been going on. We can find out what's been going on recently, because we'll deal out the first card, which represents the recent past, a period of time between now and this time last month, not too long ago. So this may sort of indicate what's going on, or what's been happening anyway. What's going on now, of course, is the next card we deal there, the next vibration, and then of course whatever energy there is for the immediate future potentially there. If you carry on along this path, it'll show up there. Let's deal out the first card and let's establish the situation, I suppose, really. I'll just arrange them there just so you can see them, and then you should be okay. We'll pull out the first card and let's just see what's going on. As we pull out this first card, I'll just bring it round and then we'll flip it nice and slowly, not to disturb the energy, just out of respect for spirit, and then we'll see what we've got. You've got an elemental card, the element of fire. And this is really the reason, I suppose, why you are in the predicament that you are in. Notice here we've got the star signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. The Sagittarius gives it the magical element, and I suppose the Aries and Leo give it the control, the control with magic. And I suppose really in a way that's what's been going on, but in a sense that you've tried to control it a bit too much, and reckless actions have led to conflict. I'm just getting a feeling as though I don't want to say this, but I will anyway. I've got a feeling as though you're the author of your own misfortune here. You either splashed out too much, or you haven't been wise with money, or just something that's done this. in the sense something that hasn't been considered has led to something else. Probably more out of neglect than actual foolish actions. If foolish actions, then yes, we know it's overspending, don't we? Well, there are bills to pay. They don't pay themselves. And no, that's the darkness that surrounds the element of fire. Although the fire burns and shines brightly, nevertheless it's surrounded by darkness. It eats away at the negativity, doesn't it? And in a way, its magic burns away and controls you. And that's what's been going on over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. You've been controlled by something that you've done stupidly and are now regretting. Whatever that is, I don't know. But one thing I do know is that you know what it is. And you don't have to think about it, but it's there. You don't have to deal with it right now, of course, but maybe it's too late. But it did lead to arguments, and somebody tried to get control of the situation, either on your behalf or to control the situation, to take the responsibility out of your hands. A bit like if the children, you can't look after the children, the other partner you've split up with will take them, or the authorities will take them. Or if you can't handle money properly, somebody will step in and do it for you, no doubt totally against how you want it to be done, but it will be done. I'm sort of sensing bailiffs as well, in the sense of claiming back debt or something like that that you may owe because of overspending. And a means of reclaiming control by them because of some reckless action that has led to arguments and disputes. Maybe I would even go as far as saying within the family, to some degree. And it's times like this when you discover who your real friends are, because it's times like this when you realise that family members don't want to know you. But people you never thought would show any interest are there. This is one of those times when you're learning who really is and who isn't part of your life. I want to see what's going on though now, because is that what I would say that you've learnt that in the sense that it's not your learning, but you've learnt that. Maybe you still are, but in that's the sense that you've learnt that of who your friends are. As in past tense, given the fact. But this is between now and this time last month. This next card we rotate, we flip nice and slowly, not to disturb the energy. We just flip it out of respect for spirit. This card represents your present. And notice here, you've got another elemental energy. We're all elements, we are, aren't we? Mary, you're all elements, the element of air. creative and transmissive powers. Notice here the air signs, the zodiac signs. With the other you had Aries, Leo and Sagittarius that were ruling in some regard or other. Whereas here, right now, this has manifested itself into Libra, Gemini and Aquarius. So I don't know if there's been a phase shift in energy, but either way it's resulted in the element of air. Just when you were trying to burn away all negativity, you've now got to blow it away, haven't you? And you might not be thinking about coming to some agreement with yourself about this, but certainly Spirit is advising you to seek a union of mind and spirit. Of mind, I suppose, in the sense of it's time to communicate properly. Notice the blue of the throat chakra as well. The red of the base chakra there may be indicating the passion, but the blue of the throat chakra, why I'm locking onto that I don't know. Communication, creative and transmissive powers. Maybe one is seeking knowledge also, but to seek knowledge and come to some agreement with yourself in mind, from a knowledgeable point of view, an intellectual point of view, maybe to learn to manage your money wisely, maybe to learn who to trust. Maybe that's what it is. You've been a bit naive and now it's time to start creating a union with you and yourself instead of with you and the person whom you think likes you. Until you live in the pockets and owe them money, and they don't want to know you, but they'll want their money back. Isn't that interesting? What's the immediate future? What potentially is round the corner that could get you out of this? Considering that all you can do is lie in bed crying about it. Tears may cleanse the soul, but they don't clear the bank balance. They don't clean the bank balance. Only using pragmatism, common sense, maybe. But there is one thing that's on your side that Spirit says that is on your side. That's nature. The forces of nature favour you, in the sense that maybe you've got your health on your side. And as my grandma said, well, you might be without money, but you won't die. And it's true, isn't it? You've got your health, you won't die. And that's the only thing you can be, I suppose, assured of, even if you're living in the gutter with the dogs. You won't be dead. But the forces of nature favour you in the sense, in what sense? Maybe healing in some way so that you can take on physical work again. Maybe you haven't been able to do physical work in any capacity because of an illness, I don't know. But certainly whilst you can, I somehow sense that you're capable. But whilst you're capable, of course, the question is, do you utilise the forces of nature that favour you between now and this time next month? Do you use it, or do you lose? Do you lose it and end up crying in bed as an old person, but crying in the bed of a care home when nobody cares? Only God, who will be waiting for you, or whom you will be waiting for. That's assuming there is a God. I suppose there comes a point where we lose faith in God or spirit or anything of that supernatural, paranormal nature, because we're too busy in a pity party, too busy feeling sorry for ourselves after overspending or after revelry in indulgence. But what comes next? I want to pull another card to see how the forces of nature do favour you. Do they favour you for the better or for the worst? I want to pull another card in addition to the normal three, whatever normal is. You tell me, Mary. You tell me what normal is. We'll flip the next card and we'll just see what that is as we rotate the card. Revelry and indulgence. Do I open my mouth too soon? I think I will have to keep my mouth shut. The energy of the satyr. Notice there it says revelry and indulgence. This is when psychic energies, I suppose, are at their peak to some degree, and when needed they are used and are. That wasn't a fake shuffle. You saw me shuffle the cards. Nothing was moved in or out of place. Except when I just did that, then I should have put them a bit more neatly than I did when I put them together. You saw that, Mary. You can see the energies, what Spirit is saying. This is a sign. Revelry and indulgence, what's that all about? Throughout April, turning to drink or drugs, hopefully not drugs, but just turning to something to drown your sorrows. Well, I'm healthy enough. If I smoke too much I can cough it all up and cough my guts up and start again, or if I drink too much my liver's pretty clean, so it won't fail yet. If my mind screws up, I've got plenty of time to pull myself together again. So let's indulge and let's have a party. Let's have a party and indulge and just accept things for what they are, and just accept we can do nothing about it, and just let's say we only live once, so we may as well just enjoy it regardless. Isn't that the reason why you're in the mess that you're in? Mary? This is a warning, and it doesn't actually have to happen. You have power over it. You always have a choice. That's the freedom that Spirit gives you. But if you follow this path, then a shadow is cast. Is it not? For now, Mary. Just for now. These cards have spoken.